In a small American town stood Ridgewood High School, a place where dreams were born on shining hardwood floors and where roaring crowds made every heartbeat louder. Among those dreamers was a boy named Tommy Reed, tall, athletic, hopeful, and burning with passion for basketball. Every morning, he woke up before the sun, laced up his worn-out shoes, and ran drills while his breath turned into mist in the cold air. He believed that one day he would play for a big college, and then the NBA. His coach trusted him, his team relied on him, his parents admired him. Tommy felt unstoppable, and he thought nothing could break him. During practices, he pushed harder than anyone else, sprinting across the court, chasing every rebound, shooting until his arms trembled with exhaustion. He wanted to become a champion. He could already imagine the crowd chanting his name, banners waving, flashlights glittering like stars. He lived for that feeling of victory, of purpose, of being somebody. Then came the night. Everything changed. The gym was packed for a crucial game before the playoffs. Tommy dribbled down the court faster than lightning and leaped into the air to dunk. Time slowed. His teammates watched in awe. His coach smiled with pride, but the moment his feet hit the ground, his knee twisted the wrong way. A sharp crack echoed in his ears. Pain shot up his leg like fire. He screamed and fell to the floor, clutching his leg, while the world blurred around him. Doctors examined him later. Under harsh, bright hospital lights, they spoke words that cut deeper than any injury could. Torn ligaments, no basketball for the rest of the season. Tommy stared at the ceiling, trying to hold in tears. How could a dream vanish in a single moment? How could life be so unfair? Days passed, and Ridgewood High continued its season without their star player, but Tommy was still part of the team, only not the way he wanted. Coach gave him a new role. He would help as a water boy. He would support the players from the sidelines. Tommy nodded, pretending he was okay. Yet, every time he handed out bottles or towels, it felt like a punch to his heart. Whispers followed him in hallways and stands. People pointed. Some kids laughed. That used to be the big star, the one who thought he would be a pro. Now he fetches water. Tommy heard everything. He stayed silent. He felt forgotten and useless. Even his shadow looked weaker than before. One person refused to let him drown in sadness. Ethan, his best friend and teammate. Ethan often placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "You are still a fighter. You are still the heart of this team." Tommy wanted to believe him, but the strong flame inside him had become a flickering candle. The playoffs arrived. The Eagles fought through every game until they finally reached the championship match. This was the moment the whole town waited for. The gym was brighter, louder, and more intense than ever. Banners covered the walls. People from both towns rushed to see who would rise and who would fall. Tommy stood on the sidelines, water bottle in hand, trying not to think about the court he once ruled. The final quarter arrived. Both teams refused to give up. The score moved back and forth like waves crashing in a storm. Sweat dripped from every face. Crowds screamed louder and louder. Tommy's heart raced. Even though he was not playing, he wanted to run onto the court. He wanted to show he was still Tommy Reed, but doubt chained him down. With only 20 seconds left, the Eagles were losing by 2 points. Ethan made a risky play and accidentally fouled his opponent. The referee blew the whistle. Ethan was out of the game. The crowd gasped. Panic struck the team. They needed another player, but every substitute was already used except one. Coach Parker turned his eyes, found Tommy standing sadly near the bench. Coach spoke with firmness and trust in his voice. "Tommy, suit up. We need you." Tommy froze. His injured knee felt heavy. His hands shook. He had not played in months. People stared. Some laughed. Some doubted. Voices rose from the stands. "He is the water boy. He cannot do this. Game over for them." But Coach walked closer. He looked Tommy in the eyes. "You are still a player. You always were. You always will be." Tommy took a deep breath. He wiped the sweat from his palms. He slowly put on his jersey, number 11, the number that once made him proud. He stepped onto the court with fear dragging behind him, but courage pushing him forward. The crowd buzzing, the ball bouncing, the clock ticking. Every sound felt like thunder in Tommy's ears. 10 seconds on the clock. The Eagles passed the ball quickly, desperate for a chance. Suddenly the ball was in Tommy's hands. Everything stopped. The gym sound faded. His teammates watched him. Opponents rushed toward him. His knee pulsed with pain. His mind filled with memories of early practices, late nights, dreams, and heartbreak. A voice inside him whispered, "Prove them wrong. Prove yourself right. You are not broken. You are not finished." 5 seconds, 4, 3. Tommy leapt into the air. His knee screamed, but his spirit soared. His body turned. His hands released the ball with perfect form. Like every shot he ever practiced, the ball flew. Silence held the air in place. Swish. The net danced. The scoreboard flashed. Eagles in the lead by 1 point. The buzzer blared across the gym. The Eagles had won. The crowd exploded with cheers. People roared Tommy's name. His teammates rushed to lift him high in celebration. Ethan hugged him, laughing and shouting, "You did it, man, you really did it." Coach wiped away proud tears and said, "Today you reminded us all that the strongest hearts are the ones that refuse to quit." Tommy looked around, lights bright, fans cheering, victory rushing through his veins. For the first time in months, he felt alive again. He learned that falling does not end a dream, giving up does, and he was not done yet. As confetti filled the air, Tommy smiled with a new belief. His injury had not destroyed him, it had rebuilt him. The boy who once thought he lost everything had gained something greater: courage, strength, a comeback stronger than any setback. And from that day forward, whenever life knocked him down, he knew exactly what to do: stand up, face the challenge, take the shot.